I wasn't going to make this video. I wasn't going to talk about this with you guys ever. I wasn't going to mention it at all in any video at all. I had no plans to. It was something about myself that, I mean, in a sense is embarrassing. In a sense is, just not something that I felt like talking about ever. And it's nothing bad. It's nothing crazy. Don't get all worried like with the video about my phone. People got worried there, and I didn't mean for them to get worried. It just happened. I'm just going to jump right into this because I don't want this to be a 4-hour long video. I'm 23 years old, and I just said 22. I'm 23 years old, and I don't have a license, an ID, a passport, any of that stuff. A debit card, a credit card, any of that. Any of the things that, you're told you're supposed to get when you turn 18 or whatever, whenever it was that you're supposed to do that stuff. I don't even remember because it's been so long. I never did any of those things. I never got any of those things that I should have. And whenever people ask me about why I didn't have my license or why I don't have an ID or why I didn't do all that stuff, the answer I always gave them was, I just haven't done it. And I know there's a lot of factors of why I didn't do it, but I do think that a big reason why I didn't do this stuff is that I just didn't do it. I got so comfortable with the way my life was without those things that I just kept trying to do that for as long as I could, walking to work every day and walking everywhere my entire life. I've always walked everywhere with my friends when I was younger. We would walk from town to town. And I just got so comfortable being that person and being me like that without those things. And it just got so comfortable like that I never felt like I needed to do those things. And the reason I'm making this video now is because within the last year, I've noticed where those things are needed. And as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that I do need that stuff. And I did need it a while ago. The thing with my license, like getting my license and driving and stuff, I love driving. And I know I can drive. I've been driving for a long time because I've had my permit twice. And I got my permit when I was like 17. And I've had it twice. So I've technically had a permit since I was 17 until I was like 23. So I've driven a lot, and I love cars, and I love driving. And that part always was kind of weird to me, why, I love cars and I want to drive cars and I love anything with 4 wheels, and I just never got my license. That part doesn't make any sense to me. But it wasn't that I was afraid to take the test. It wasn't that I was, thinking I was going to crash or do badly or anything. It wasn't the action of taking the driving test. It was the action of calling the place, setting up the appointments, figuring out a car to use. All that stuff gives me anxiety. And I know I got anxiety. There is no doubt in that. And that kind of stuff has always just been something that I've struggled with. And I'm okay with that. And that's fine. That's who I am. But I think that is a huge reason why I haven't done this stuff yet. Making the phone call to set up something like that, or making a phone call to, just talk about stuff. I don't like it. I don't know how else to explain it. It makes me nervous. It makes me uncomfortable. My face gets all red, and sometimes I start shaking. I don't know. I just never did those things. And now, like I said, that I'm older and I've started to think about stuff, I've realized that I need those things. I got my license. Yep, you heard that correctly. I am officially a licensed driver, and I officially have an ID. In case somebody finds me on the side of the road and they need to know who I am. I mean, I honestly would say I'm proud of myself because this is something that I've procrastinated for so long. And I was gonna include this story in the procrastination video I made, but I felt like it didn't really fit in, and I kind of wanted to make a whole video about this whole thing, but definitely procrastinated this, and I'm definitely glad that I now have it. It feels so, I don't know, it just feels so good. My lovely girlfriend let me borrow the Jeep for a few hours while she's at work, and just thought I'd come up here and take some photos and talk to you guys about this this fun thing. I don't know. I'm happy. I'm stoked. I'm proud of myself, and I'm just excited for things to come, you know? I guess it just feels very freeing to know that, you know, there's like so many beautiful places around my town that I've wanted to bring you guys to, and I've wanted to make videos in around my, you know, my state in general. And just knowing now that I can just get in the car and just go to those places if I feel like it, that's super fun. So I guess that whole rant part at the beginning of this video wasn't really necessary, but I wanted to tell you guys that story. And I told you I wasn't going to tell that story, and I wasn't going to talk about that ever. I was just not going to inform you guys until I got my license, and then even then I wasn't going to tell you. I was just going to, you know, act like I always had it maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I was going to do, but I wasn't going to talk about this. But now that I got the stuff, I did the thing, I'm okay with talking about it, and I'm fine with it, and I don't have any shame for it. It's just who I am. It's just what I did, and that whole part of my life is over now. I guess you could say I'm a real adult now. I mean, I already pay bills. Now I just gotta wait around for the actual plastic license. I got the paper one first, and it takes like a week for the plastic one to come in the mail. And then I'm going right to my bank and setting up my checking account, getting a debit card, because it'll just make life a lot easier. Adult stuff, whatever. All right, my dudes, I think that's about it. Just wanted to tell that little story today about myself. You know, something I should have done a long time ago. Now I got it done. And if it helped any of you, I don't know, maybe you're 23 and you don't have your license and you want to get your license, and this video encouraged you to do so. I don't know. If that's the case, you're welcome. That's awesome. I'm gonna drive home now by myself because I can. That feels good. All right, I love you. Make something.